Are you ready to have your perception of reality shaken? Forget everything you think you know about the world around you. Because tonight, we're plunging into the darkness to uncover 5 unsolved mysteries that will keep you up at night. Prepare to have your mind boggled, your theories tested, and your understanding of the possible and impossible completely rewritten. Stay with us as we delve into the top 5 unsolved mysteries that will leave you questioning everything. Our first mystery is one that gripped the world and remains chillingly unresolved: the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. On March 8, 2014, MH370, a Boeing 777 carrying 239 people, took off from Kuala Lumpur bound for Beijing. It was a routine flight under clear skies with an experienced crew. But just under 40 minutes into the flight, something went terribly wrong. The plane vanished from radar screens, leaving behind a void of unanswered questions and a global search effort unlike any seen before. The established facts are as perplexing as they are sparse. The last radio communication from the cockpit was routine. Shortly after, air traffic control lost contact. Military radar tracked the plane deviating sharply from its planned route, turning back across the Malay Peninsula and then flying for hours over the Indian Ocean. Despite an extensive international search involving ships, aircraft, and underwater drones scouring vast stretches of the ocean, virtually no wreckage from MH370 has ever been definitively recovered. A few debris fragments, possibly from the aircraft, washed ashore years later, thousands of miles from the search area, offering tantalizing clues but no conclusive answers. In the absence of concrete evidence, a multitude of theories have emerged, ranging from plausible to outlandish. Was it a hijacking with someone seizing control of the aircraft? Did the pilot, facing personal troubles, commit suicide and deliberately crash the plane? Could a sudden and catastrophic mechanical failure have disabled the aircraft? Some speculate about an electrical fire disabling communication and control systems. More sensational theories even suggest a ghost plane, continuing to fly on autopilot until it ran out of fuel and crashed in a remote location. Each theory, however, is plagued by inconsistencies and lacks solid proof. Years later, the main body of the wreckage remains unfound, the black boxes silent beneath the waves, if indeed they are at the bottom of the ocean. Families of the passengers are still left in agonizing limbo, with no closure, no definitive explanation. What really happened to Flight 370? The truth remains elusive, locked within the depths of the ocean and the mysteries of the sky. The mystery of Flight 370 is a stark reminder that some questions may never be answered. But the unknown is vast, and our next mystery takes us from the skies to the haunting silence of the sea, with a tale of a ship found adrift, crew vanished, in the perplexing case of Journey back to 1872, to the haunting tale of the Mary Celeste, the ghost ship found adrift in the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. On December 4th, the British brigantine Dei Grazia spotted a ship sailing erratically near the Azores Islands. Upon closer inspection, they made a chilling discovery. It was the Mary Celeste, a ship well known and seaworthy, but utterly deserted. What they found on board was a scene of unsettling normalcy, juxtaposed with an inexplicable absence. The Mary Celeste was in perfect seaworthy condition. Her sails were partially set, and her cargo of over 1,700 barrels of industrial alcohol was completely intact. Inside the captain's cabin, navigational instruments were neatly arranged, and personal belongings of the captain and crew were undisturbed. Even a half-eaten breakfast was found on the table in the galley, suggesting a sudden and unexpected departure. Yet, the ship was completely devoid of life. The 10 souls who had been aboard, Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife and young daughter, and 7 crew members, had vanished without a trace. The ship's only lifeboat was also missing, but there was no sign of distress, no indication of a struggle, and no apparent reason for the crew to abandon their perfectly sound vessel. The mystery of the Mary Celeste has spawned countless theories over the decades. Mutiny was considered, but the lack of any sign of violence or theft made it unlikely. Pirate attack was also proposed, but again, the valuable cargo remained untouched. Some speculated about a sudden violent waterspout or rogue wave forcing the crew to abandon ship, intending to return but being unable to. Others suggested food poisoning from contaminated supplies, leading to mass hysteria or incapacitation. A more outlandish theory even proposed insurance fraud, with the crew and captain conspiring to disappear and claim the insurance on the valuable cargo. A theory largely debunked by the circumstances and the character of Captain Briggs. Despite numerous investigations and endless speculation, the fate of the crew of the Mary Celeste remains unknown. The ship itself continued to sail under different ownership and names for several years after its ghostly discovery. Fittingly, the Mary Celeste met a mysterious end years later when it was deliberately wrecked off the coast of Haiti as part of an elaborate insurance fraud. A final ironic twist in the tale of the ghost ship. But the original mystery endures. What caused 10 experienced sailors to abandon a perfectly seaworthy vessel in the middle of the Atlantic, never to be seen again? The Mary Celeste sailed on, but the fate of her crew remains a chilling enigma of the sea. From the vast ocean and its spectral mysteries, our next mystery leads us far inland, to the cold, unforgiving wilderness of the Ural Mountains, and a chilling event shrouded in snow and silence: the Dyatlov Pass incident. Venture now into the icy, desolate Ural Mountains of Russia, and the terrifying Dyatlov Pass incident, a mystery steeped in cold, fear, and the unnerving unknown. In February 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers, led by Igor Dyatlov, embarked on a challenging winter expedition to the Otorten Mountain. They were never seen alive again. Weeks later, search parties discovered their abandoned, eerily ripped tent and then, scattered across the snow-covered landscape, the bodies of the hikers, each bearing baffling and gruesome injuries. The scene investigators encountered was deeply disturbing. The hikers' tent was found slashed open from the inside, as if they had fled in extreme haste. Footprints in the snow, some barefoot, led away from the campsite towards the forest edge, then vanished. The bodies, when discovered, presented a horrifying puzzle. Some showed signs of hypothermia, but others had suffered massive internal trauma, fractures with forces comparable to a car crash, yet with no external wounds. One victim was missing her tongue and eyes. Traces of radiation were found on some clothing. Initially, authorities cited an unknown compelling force as the cause of death, fueling speculation and paranoia. Later investigations, even decades later, have struggled to provide a definitive, comforting explanation. The bizarre circumstances have given rise to a plethora of theories, ranging from the rational to the truly outlandish. An avalanche, initially dismissed due to the tense position, has been re-examined in recent years with new scientific models suggesting a possible, delayed slab avalanche. Could a military experiment gone wrong, or a cover-up by Soviet authorities, be responsible? Some theories propose infrasound, low-frequency sound waves causing panic and disorientation. Animal attacks, perhaps by a yeti or other unknown creature, have been suggested, though evidence is scant. And, inevitably, more fringe theories involve paranormal activity or even an alien encounter, fueled by the strangeness of the injuries and the overall mystery. Even with modern forensic science and renewed investigations, the Dyatlov Pass incident continues to resist a completely satisfying explanation. While the avalanche theory has gained renewed traction, it still fails to account for all the anomalies, particularly the specific and horrific injuries. The event remains a chilling testament to the power of the unknown, a tragedy amplified by unanswered questions and lingering unease. Even with modern science, the Dyatlov Pass incident retains an aura of chilling mystery. Leaving the cold, unforgiving mountains and the icy grip of the Dyatlov Pass, our next mystery transports us to the sun-drenched, fog-shrouded streets of California, and a terror that stalked the living: the infamous Zodiac Killer. Now we descend into the chilling world of the Zodiac Killer, a terrifying phantom who stalked the streets of San Francisco and the surrounding Bay Area in the late 1960s and early 70s. Unlike mysteries of the sea or wilderness, this terror was intensely human, a predator who taunted police and the public alike with cryptic messages and a chillingly unknown identity. The Zodiac Killer remains one of America's most infamous and frustrating unsolved cases, a name synonymous with fear and the agonizing pursuit of a ghost. The Zodiac Killer is known to have murdered at least 5 people, and possibly many more, in a series of attacks that began in December 1968. He primarily targeted young couples, often in secluded locations. Beyond the brutal murders, what truly set the Zodiac apart was his brazen communication with law enforcement and the press. He sent a series of taunting letters, often including complex ciphers that he claimed held his identity. These letters were filled with boasts, threats, and macabre details of his crimes, creating a climate of terror and paranoia across Northern California. Despite intense investigations by multiple law enforcement agencies and countless suspects over the years, the Zodiac Killer was never officially identified or apprehended. The Zodiac case is rife with suspects and theories, each debated and dissected by investigators and amateur sleuths for decades. Arthur Lee Allen, a former school teacher, was a prime suspect for many years, but despite strong circumstantial evidence, definitive proof remained elusive. Other names have surfaced and faded, each adding another layer of complexity to the puzzle. Some of the Zodiac ciphers have been solved, revealing disturbing messages, but the most crucial ciphers, potentially containing his name, remain stubbornly unbroken. The case has become a cultural obsession, inspiring books, movies, and countless online communities dedicated to cracking the code and finally unmasking the killer. Citizen detectives continue to pore over evidence, analyze the letters, and propose new theories, driven by the hope of finally bringing closure to this decades-old reign of terror. The Zodiac Killer vanished as abruptly as he appeared, leaving behind a legacy of fear and a trail of unanswered questions that continue to haunt investigators and the public imagination. The case remains officially unsolved, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk in the shadows of even the most vibrant cities. The Zodiac Killer vanished into the fog of San Francisco, leaving behind a legacy of terror and unanswered questions. From the terrifyingly real human evil of the Zodiac Killer, we now turn to a mystery of a different kind, a puzzle not of crime, but of language and knowledge, a book that defies understanding, the Voynich Manuscript. Finally, we journey into the intricate world of linguistic puzzles with the Voynich Manuscript, often called the world's most mysterious book. Discovered in 1912 by rare book dealer Wilfred Voynich, this medieval manuscript is unlike anything ever encountered. Its pages are filled with an unknown script, bizarre illustrations of fantastical plants, astronomical charts, and strange scenes that defy any easy interpretation. For over a century, the Voynich Manuscript has resisted every attempt at decipherment, baffling the world's top cryptographers, linguists, and codebreakers. The Voynich Manuscript is estimated to date back to the early 15th century, based on carbon dating of its vellum pages. It contains over 240 pages filled with text written in an entirely unknown writing system, a script that does not correspond to any known language, alphabet, or cipher. Accompanying the text are hundreds of detailed, hand-drawn illustrations, categorized into sections that appear to be botanical, astronomical, biological, cosmological, and pharmaceutical in nature. However, the plants depicted are often fantastical and unidentifiable. The astronomical charts are unlike any known celestial maps, and the biological sections depict miniature naked women plumbing strange networks of tubes and capsules. Countless attempts to decode the manuscript by professional cryptographers, amateur codebreakers, and even AI algorithms have all met with failure. The text remains stubbornly impenetrable, its meaning locked away within its enigmatic script and illustrations. The Voynich Manuscript has become a Rorschach test for theories and interpretations. Is it an elaborate hoax, a meticulously crafted piece of nonsense designed to fool collectors? Or does it contain a genuine, undiscovered natural language, a lost tongue from a forgotten culture? Perhaps it is a complex coded language, a sophisticated cipher protecting valuable secrets. Some propose it is a herbal or alchemical text, filled with symbolic representations of medicinal recipes or esoteric knowledge. More fringe theories even suggest an alien language or a message from another dimension, fueled by the manuscript's otherworldly feel. Each theory faces its own challenges, and none have provided a definitive, universally accepted solution. To this day, the Voynich Manuscript remains undeciphered, a tantalizing puzzle that continues to challenge and intrigue. It stands as a testament to the enduring power of mystery, a book that refuses to yield its secrets, guarding its knowledge, or perhaps its nonsense, for centuries to come. The Voynich Manuscript remains stubbornly silent, guarding its secrets for centuries to come. These 5 mysteries, from the depths of the ocean to the heights of the mountains, from the shadows of human malice to the impenetrable secrets of a book, are just a tiny glimpse into the vast ocean of the unknown. But what is it about these unanswered questions, these persistent enigmas, that hold such a powerful grip on our imaginations? What does our fascination with the unknown tell us about ourselves? From vanished planes swallowed by the sky to ghost ships adrift on silent seas, from chilling disappearances in frozen mountains to the taunting ciphers of a phantom killer, and the unyielding secrets of an indecipherable book, these 5 unsolved mysteries are just a tiny glimpse into the vast, enthralling ocean of the unknown. They remind us that despite all our knowledge, all our technology, the world remains full of questions we may never fully answer. And perhaps, it is in that very space of the unknown, in our persistent curiosity and drive to unravel the unexplained, that we find something profoundly human. Which of these mysteries captivated you the most? Which one chilled you to the bone? And most importantly, do you have your own theories about what might have happened in these perplexing cases? We want to hear them. Let us know your thoughts and speculations in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you love a good mystery, and subscribe to the channel for more explorations into the unexplained corners of our world. Hit that notification bell too so you don't miss our next dive into the unknown. Until next time, keep questioning, keep searching, and keep exploring the mysteries that surround us.